Hi there, this video is part of a series of videos where I talk you guys through making your own vertical Erin Condren kit. As I make one for myself, I recommend starting at the beginning of this playlist. So this video is going to be all about kind of functional boxes. I'm going to make for this page half boxes, quarter boxes, maybe appointment labels, we'll see, I'll try, habit trackers, and bill due stickers. So I'm going to start with the largest, which is half boxes. Let's zoom us in. Alright, so this tool right here where you can draw a rectangular thing is how you make your half boxes. So I'm going to first go ahead and put in the dimensions. The width is 1.5, which is the dimensions of a full box. And then for height for my half boxes, I went and did some research and I went with 0.9375. It's just rounding up to 0.98. Before I finish this off, I'm going to play a little bit with these corners. Alright, that's just exactly what I wanted. So this is the cut lines for where the box will be, and just like I do with almost everything, I think actually almost everything, I'm going to offset it so that when I cut, I have a little bit of wiggle room in case my cuts aren't perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the outside box with just a random color. Now I'm going to grab that middle red piece and do an internal offset. Let's make it, actually that's pretty good. So this doesn't have to have any lines, but the fill for it is going to be white. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down to our transparency and mess with that. So if this was a patterned half box, I would leave the middle of it just completely white. If it's a solid one like it is now, so if it's a pattern half box, I leave it completely white because you don't want to see that pattern in there. But since it is a solid one, I'm going to play with some of the transparency settings till I get something I like. It's pretty good. Alright, so we have half boxes. I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this so I can make my my quarter boxes, so I don't have to mess with these settings. So the quarter boxes are the same width and the height is 0.625, or at least the ones for myself. I am again going to play with these settings here because they do not look right. There it is. So let's again do an offset on the outside to give me wiggle room when I design or when I go into cut, and then we'll grab the middle thing and do that internal offset. No lines for that, and the center is white. Fill this in with this, and since, what did I go with for that? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what I went with for the color on that inside. 30% transparency. Since I only ever do color quarter boxes, no pattern ones, this one is actually completely done. So we've got our half box and we've got a quarter box. I'm just zooming right through this. Let's try to do an appointment label. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really hate appointment labels, not using them, making them. So let's first make my boxes. And these, I don't know what, I call them something different every time. They're basically the sizing boxes that I work off of. They help me to keep things in order. So this is the max size for my appointment labels. It's 1.5, which is just that normal width, and a height of 0.5. Alright, so next I want to make the point at which I would like for the arrow of the half box to start, if that makes sense. It'll become clear once I make this what I mean by all this. And lastly, I want to make the inseam of the box. All of this sounds very weird, but it will hopefully make sense once I finish putting this together. So what I want to do is, okay, I also, and this is the part where it gets hard, I love when there is a small sliver of space between the first part of the appointment label and the second part. And I mean super duper small. So I'm going to, how do I want to do this? So like kind of that much space. All right, so I'll do this last. I'm going to start with this. So what this represents is, actually let's go just put that back and just copy it. This represents my very first arrow. So let's go ahead and work on this. I'm going to start by cutting this in half, the height of it, 0.25, and let's line that back up on the top. I hope whatever I'm doing makes sense, or it'll make sense at the end. So basically I want to cut from here, this top corner, to this corner, but I hate the slice tool, or I'm not using it right. If you know a better way to do this, hit me up. That's not great. That's also not great. That's better. Still not perfect, but it will do. So this is, I cut the length of it a little bit, so let's make sure it's the right length. It's 0.625 it needs to be. Wow, I cut a lot more than I thought I did. It's still 0.5. All right, let's stick this back in here, see how I did. All right, that's not great. It's because I messed up on the sizes. What I'm going to do is zoom in as much as I can. This might be it. If I click here and then double click, it allows me to like mess a bit with some dimensions. Better, much better. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and mirror this below. Move that one up, move this one down. Weld this together. I am going to need to change the size of this once again to make it to 0.5 because I did move it around a little bit. Let's get rid of the box markers and you guys tell me what you think. Alright, we have the start of that appointment label. Okay, so normally you could be done, but I would like a tiny sliver of white space in between. And I can never figure out how to do this. Let's try something like this. Let's first of all copy this up here just in case I mess this up. I'm going to go over to the modify section and basically click everything until I find the tool I want. Nope. Yes, there. Is that it? Nope. Crop. Nope. This one? Oh, it is. Found it. All right. I should have kept like the outer box. So what I'm going to do is is this the outer box? Yeah, there it is. Align left, align bottom. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take that thing I just created and I'm going to reduce its, well, let me do some quick math. Okay. Align right. Strange. That doesn't look right, does it? Where did I mess up? You know what? Why the heck not? Why not, guys? Alright, so let's take that outer box and make it my cut line that is red and make these have no lines. I will fix it in a second. So let's say this one right here, we'll make these both, oops, not the line. We'll make the insides of them both this color, but this one is going to have, let's say, a 20 transparency. A little more. A little more. There you go. And that's how I make appointment labels. I'm going to take that outer box and bring it to the front just so I can see the cut lines. Okay, I just realized that this isn't going to work because I don't have like my outer edges. Crap, can I just like increase the height of these by a teensy bit and it work? Let's see if I can. 0.56. Oops. Let's just do this one by one. Alright, that still works on that end. Now I gotta make the outer edges of it look fine as well. This still looks weird. Alright. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm super annoyed already by this. Let's go ahead. There's a better way to do this. I'm telling you right now, there is a better way to do this that makes sense, but like just work it off the cuff here, I honestly can't think of it. So I'm going to do something that kind of probably looks dumb. But you know what? It works, doesn't it? Like, you're probably sitting there saying, you can't do that, that's wrong. And you're probably right, that's wrong. But also, it works. So, who's really wrong? Why does that look weird? Oh, crap, because of the... Never mind, I'm wrong because it looks weird because of the transparency. Let's see if I can use any of the modifier tools to fix this shiz. Did that really work? Okay, so there's a tool there that just did everything I needed to. I wish I could tell you the name of the tool. I think I just pressed divide, but it worked. I'm not going to touch this anymore because it looks fine. I bet you every time I make a kit from now on, it's going to be like a pain in the butt. I'm trying not to curse in this. It's going to be a pain in the butt to deal with this. But guys, it worked. What else? Oh yeah, I was going to make... You know what? I'm not going to. I was going to make skinny appointment labels, but you know what? It's not going to happen. The only two things left to make are... So I made... I think it's... Let's do just habit trackers first. So habit trackers are actually the same size as this appointment label. Width of 1.5, height of 0.5. Let's see how I want to do this. Okay, so let's start by making just a box. I've got some weird dimensions I want to do. These have no like real reason or rhyme to them other than I did some weird math and I decided that this... What did I just do? That this is what I wanted. Is there a button I pressed that made that like switch orientations? What did I press? Did I just... Oh, I just did this wrong. There is no conspiracy. 0.21. Okay. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I'm sorry. Let's middle center align it is what I meant. And then just snug it up here as much as I'd like. That looks good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's make this smaller. And then I use the font I use for everything, which is American Typewriter. You can obviously use whatever font makes you happy. I'm going to do white with no border, which is going to make things hard to see. Let's go ahead and give this a fill so I have something to work with. This inner circle thing here is going to be white with no line. This is too big. Actually, let's make these black, or just give them a black outline just for while I work with them. because it'll make things easier. Okay, let's decide on a height. I like them. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup them. Ungrouping them turns them from letters to just like pieces of stuff to work with. And I am just eyeballing this shit. Looks good enough to me. I'm going to select all of them all and space them horizontally. I don't like that. Oh, it's because of Wednesday. That's a weird size. Better. Alright, let's go ahead. This doesn't need to have a fill at all because these are just cut lines. Do my offset of 0.03, make the line blue, fill it in with a color, and ta-da! We have habit trackers. Alright, I only have one thing left to make, and that is a bill due sticker. Again, the dimensions for this are the same as what I have been doing with most of the things I just worked on, which is 1.5 by 0.5. So here's the design I thought for it. It's the same design I've had in my horizontal, but it says bill due here, a long strip here, a short strip here, and then a circle to check off when you pay it. So I'm going to write that. Bill due in my font. Not my font, a font that I really like for some reason. Let's do some less line spacing there. Just make this fit. Bill due. Color for it is going to be white. I will keep the line for now. I am very much just eyeballing this stuff. Line left. So I want this and that. No, I don't like that. Ooh, I want this to be centered, I think. No, the letters to be centered. Yes, that is what I want. Okay. Okay, that was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Let me quickly offset this and play around with the sizes to make sure it is perfect, but I think my bill due sticker is done. Group that together, and I am done making everything. Let's go ahead and arrange it on here. So I'm going to start at the top, or I want to start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. I'm going to make something just to line these all up, and I'm sorry if it looks weird. Left, bottom. Bottom right. Duplicate right. Okay, there is my first row of stickers, right? Yeah, so then we're gonna duplicate these all above. I am gonna change the order of them. Align right. Yeah. Sorry, I just keep questioning myself. Is there one missing? Okay, I just want to make sure there wasn't something missing. I just needed something to line things up against. Okay, so I have 4 appointment labels, 2 habit trackers, 2 bill dues. All right, let's get a row of quarter boxes in. Since they are the same size as the appointment labels, this is pretty easy. Are they the same size? No, they are not the same size. I don't know what I would just meant. Oops, just deleted the wrong thing. Okay, these will obviously be different colors. You know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. Oops. I want to see if there might be. Do these look big to you? Hold on, these look way too big. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, these are. There's no way. I guess. Let me check something. They just look way too big to me. Maybe I've just been. I guess I'm used to the horizontal where the boxes are smaller. Yeah, that would make much smaller. Alright, I'm going to move these all down to see if it's possible for me to maybe fit in another. Ugh. I don't see it happening. No, there's no way. I might be able to fit in a row of skinny appointment labels if I hate myself enough to try to make those. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get these in here. I do need 2 rows of half boxes. This is going to be super easy because I love the duplicate tool because it lines things up for me as well. Let's see how this looks without me putting in like a row of, what was I calling them? No, I have to add more. Ugh. Alright, so let's see how much space I have to work with. I bet you that's like the perfect amount of space for a tiny skinny appointment label. Alright, I'm just going to copy these over and work over here. Man, I hate this. Let's see if I can just do this very simply and it'll look fine. Hi guys, the sound that I recorded for this part was just awful, so I went ahead and got rid of it. But I used mainly the same process that I used to create the larger appointment label to make a skinny appointment label, and I'm going to go ahead and put 4 of those right in the kit. Yeah, it was really awful to make these, and I hate making appointment labels, and I hope I never have to make them ever again. Okay, does anyone feel awful for all of this empty space along the edges? Like, okay guys, so I went over to one of the pages I made before this, and I grabbed some of the checklists. I'm pretty sure I can just fit them here, so my kits can still have all 8 checklists. It's not something that's necessary for me to have in a kit. But if I ever decide to sell these, or I think I'm considering just selling the template, that's probably something someone wants. And anyway, I'm gonna feel shitty if there's blank space. So, page 2, nope, this is page 3, all done. I have 4 half boxes for patterned half boxes, 4 solid half boxes, 4 quarter boxes, 4 skinny appointment labels, 4 large appointment labels, 2 habit trackers, and 2 bill frickin' dues. Wow, I did it. Alrighty. Oh, and of course the checklist I brought in, which look like that. Okay, this video is all done. I am exhausted.